What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Roxy music, and we're returning to Country Life 1974. And I did in fact remember that the previous tune, All I Want Is You, seemed to end rolling into the next track, so I've cued the last few seconds of that tune and then loaded Out of the Blue afterwards, so we'll get that transition. But out of the blue, it's a phrase often used to mean out of nowhere or completely unexpectedly, without warning, without any prediction or natural cause of events or sequence that one would expect whatever this entity, process, or event is to have followed. So, yeah, I do wonder if this is an experience with another person that came out of the blue, if it's a change within oneself that suddenly manifested and was not foreseen. Either way, it suggests an immediacy, a suddenness, so I do wonder how that will play out. I'll see what I can pick up on a first listen. This is, as I said, the very tail end of All I Want Is You, leading into Out of the Blue.
Through your twisted smile, so unsure, always confused. Pale blue eyes gazing down from your ivory tower, through the haze all broken and bruised.
Jet effect.
I don't mind if it's only a passing craze. Ring true. If I were you, I would stay for a little while. If you were me, would you walk out in style?
that was insane. So a lot of it had this eccentric, meandering sort of quality, although the bass was really setting the tone and driving the track from the very first bar and right to the end. But everything that happened on top of it sort of evolved. Again, at first it was like this mellow, artsy kind of rock feel, which is, I think, generally speaking, and from the way my brain has heard it, their main avenue stylistically. But then as it got into the middle of the tune, it was like, man, this is like a crazy, like, classic rock type of tune. And then it just went cosmic, and that guitar work and the effects, which it seemed to have what we 90s DJs would often call the jet effect, because in the 90s, a lot of events that you played at, they'd have this like standard Pioneer mixer, I forget the model number, but it had a few effects on it that you could put like on top of what was playing on the record, and one of them was called jet, and it sort of like hollowed and echoed out some of the sounds, and it would kind of sound like that jet engine Doppler effect where it sort of like passes by your ear and it sounds like it's like turning. It felt like there were some effects on the Sonics that gave me a similar vibe as that. But even beyond that, just the playing, it just went into the stratosphere, and then it kept going and kept going. So the final minute or two of the tune was really remarkable, like definitely stood out and became something bigger and more grand and trans-dimensional than it was up until that point, even if the beginning part of the tune was cool too. And I enjoy those sections where it would sort of break into this like syncopated half rhythm, and it sort of had this evolving dynamic drum scheme, and indeed like that, I don't know if it was like hi-hats rolling or what that was, but there were a couple sections where it went into this like upper percussion cycling, and I really enjoyed those moments too. Lyrically, I'm not sure. There were lines that felt more interpersonal, like, and even a couple that felt like they were maybe critical or judging of the person spoken to, like looking through someone's crooked smile, which would suggest they're smiling but for not the right reasons or for not sympathetic reasons. But then it felt like there were some lines, and of course I'm going to forget what the specifics were at the moment, that moved beyond that and were making claims on a larger level and perhaps not just about two people. So yeah, like I'm not sure if it was indeed the sonic explosion that came out of the blue, or whether it was something in connection with this other person that led them to have some revelation or something that dawned on them suddenly. But a very impactful tune musically, and I'll try to pick up the pieces as I can lyrically and look forward to hearing people comment. But yeah, there's never a tune from them where it's like, oh, that's cool. It's, sort of like a commercial rock song that, you kind of get a sense for what the chorus is right away, or it's like a simple like melody that just kind of gets stuck in your brain, and it's, not too complicated. Everything they do seems to be expansive, artful, transcendent, or otherwise anomalous compared to so many other groups. And I get it, maybe for some people it's like all too much, but as someone who's always enjoyed music that's, pushing the boundaries, I listen to electronic hardcore like Gabber and other styles that some people are like, is that even music? Is that like, it's just crazy. But I see art in it. I see creativity in some stylings that turn off, let's say, more mainstream musical ears, which that's not a criticism of mainstream. I like a catchy tune. I like a track that doesn't make you think too hard and so on. But I also like on the other end of the scale, and it seems like that's where Roxy music lives. They inhabit that artistic, unusual, or transcendent side of the creative scale of musical production and composition as much as any other group I've heard. So another example of that, and as I said, the final 2 minutes of the track really went to some crazy level, and that was brilliant. So let me know what you think. I will see you next time. Peace.